Good morning. Okay, so it's time for another one of these. I feel like time is like ticking by way too fast. It's almost May, and the garden's just going bananas. And you know what? I saw a squash vine borer, and seen a couple of them, and I feel like they're early this year. Maybe it's because we got warm early. I feel like we kind of went from early spring, like straight to summer. Like we didn't really have a long, cool spring like we've had in the past. And that sucks. It feels decent right now, but we've had some really steamy mornings. Anyway, I still got all my junk out here from yesterday. I have not cleaned up. And you're about to see it, so here we go. All right, so yesterday I had the ladder out because Graham Thomas, the wind had blown him off the arbor and he was like all hanging over, and I didn't want him to like snap and break. So of course, ladder's still out. I really got to do something about that. It's tacky. All right. So coming inside, all my junk. This plumeria has been pretty slow to leaf out, but we're getting there. The catmint nempeta is like in full bloom. Like it is at maximum bloomage right now. So pretty. And Borlata bush beans, hello. We got some flowers, so hopefully we'll have some beans soon. And I think I need to fertilize because these lower leaves are looking a little yellow. And some of the upper leaves, look at that. So I think we need to fertilize today. Have not done any weeding yet, you'll see that. Did get the strings up, of course. And the rattlesnake pole bean is climbing, so that's awesome. Got lots of climbing going on. Oh, there's lots of big bees over here too. Ooh, yeah, right over my head. Okay. Anyway, kohlrabi is getting large. So what is going on here? What is that? Ooh, what is that? Ew. All right, I'll look at that later. Yarrow over here doing great. This is some interesting coloration on the Thai soldier, and I just broke it off. The Thai soldier long bean. All right, so we're definitely fertilizing today. Look at this. Look at that. This is the red mustard. Yeah, red mustard greens. Giant red mustard. I can't think of names today, it's too early. That's huge. Fenugreek. And someone commented last week, thank you so much, that this is actually like the bean pod where the seeds are gonna be, so that's cool. Dill doing great. Look how big this dill is getting. So excited about it. Still waiting on this agastache. Looks like we may get some flowers soon. That looks promising right there. Very nice. And this yarrow, man, this yarrow is just taking its time. Take your time. I think this one is pink, so take your time. I do need to snip the zinnias. These need to be cut back. I saw some flower ball heads on some of them, so I want to cut them back before that happens. Weeds. All the weeds right here. Look, that's still there from last week. Don't judge me. My petunias from seed, just kind of sitting there hanging out, getting ate up by bugs. My Lesia pepper, not really doing much either. It's kind of the same size last couple weeks. Now the ajukajuka, this is actually growing, so that's good. Got 3 of those. Look at that zinnia. It's huge. Yeah. Okay, purple beauty pepper. This is actually getting big. And I saw in a video this morning on Instagram that really I should pinch out these flowers and not let it flower till it gets bigger. What do you think? That just hurts my heart to think about it, but I think it's probably the right thing to do. Let me know what you think. Oh, here's a zinnia with a flower ball. See that flower ball? I mean, I can't pinch that. I can't cut that flower off. That'll be the first zinnia I'm getting this year. But this one I could snip back before. Yeah, probably snip it to like right there. Okay. California Wonder Pepper. My lack of peppers is just really concerning right now. I need to get out here. See more little flower balls in there. This is my Cubanelle pepper. Zinnia is doing great. So, can I tell you a little story about this? This whole time I've been thinking this, and see, I dug it up and planted it all in front of my tomatoes. I thought this was the marigolds, but it's not. This is the marigolds. Okay, these are marigolds. This stuff is the beggar's tick, the tick seed. Just spread it around, which is fine. It's a native and it's beautiful and the pollinators love it, but this gets huge. So I will be thinning this out and cutting this back. So that's a fun thing I realized yesterday. Fun story. We've got some cute little fungi hanging out here. Look at that. These carrots are actually getting pretty big. Those carrots are doing awesome. Of course, the asparagus. Look at that purple one. Look at all my forest, my asparagus forest. I'm not seeing much from the turnips. Oh, and I did rip out a lot of marigolds because they were like choking everything out. I don't know if these are going to bulb up. I think they need cool weather to bulb. I had a problem with beets last year. I never could get a bulb. And I'm wondering if it's because it's just too warm. But we'll see. Baby Bubba okra, doing really well. That one's big. That's nice. My other red giant mustard greens is getting eat up with something. And the leaves just aren't as big as that one over there. I think because I sowed pretty thickly here. So I may need to spray that down with some BT. Maybe thin it out a little bit. That's probably not going to happen. You know me by now. And these are just like features, like just focal points in the potager this year. I love these clusters of onion flowers. They're just so pretty. And I do have some more zinnias that have little flower balls. Love it. And I have been cutting on this lettuce quite a bit. My boss loves it. I've been taking it into work to my boss. She thinks it's the most magical lettuce she's ever had. So proud of that. And can I tell you, it's already starting to grow back from where I was cutting it. And look at some of these lettuce leaves. They're all speckledy. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Chinese red noodle beans are crawling. Finally got the string up. And looks like they're going to go up it. So that's good. And can we talk about these squash, please? The squash vine borer has already shown up. I'm so mad about it. And yesterday, I spent over an hour picking off at least 50 eggs. At least 50 eggs. So now, oh, sorry, I'm disturbing the bees. The bees are having a party down there, which is excellent. And I'm going to have to cut these leaves back off of my straw flowers again. Goodness. But we have some squash. There's some squash down in there. Some squash over there. Oh, flowers and bees. The bees are just working. The bees are working these flowers. I love it. There's a bee in every flower. There's literally a bee in every flower. Thank you. Now, a bee didn't get this one. You can see this is a female that did not get pollinated. You see, it's small. The skin is kind of dull. Usually the skin will be very tight and shiny, like it's really plump. So that one's gonna die. But anyway, oh, and this one I think maybe needs some water. It's looking, not water, fertilizer. I think it's time. Oh, and I have a caserta ready to pick. That is ready. I'll get that one today. And I have, look at my white patty pan. How pretty is that? Look at there. White scalloped patty pan squash. That is so cool. I think that's the first one. Anyway. Yesterday after I spent an hour picking eggs, I did spray BT on all the stems. So, Bok Choy, did I ever pick it? Is it bolted? Yes. Do I waste a lot of vegetables because I don't eat them? I just film them and look at them? Yes. These are all true stories. Okay. Kale. My Lacianato Dino Kale Have 3 of those doing great. Look at this Jewels of Opar. Well, that's little gem lettuce. That also is something else. These Jewels of Opar are getting so big so fast. My friend is going to be so happy because I will be able to give these to her very soon. Very soon. Oh, that's making a nice little rosette. This is the Radicchio Cordibue. No, Rogue di Verona. Sorry, Rogue di Verona. This tansy is getting ginormous, really tall. Can we look at this yarrow? How pretty is that? They're just the sweetest little flowers. So pretty. Cabbage is just kind of sitting there. It's not really getting any bigger. It's a little stunted. And I still have a red burgundy onion right there. That's weird. And I think these are some of my chives that I seeded over here. Lots of yarrow coming. Lots of yarrow. Cilantro, still looking lovely. So my mom is here visiting. And I got to show my mom my garden, of course. And I got to show her cilantro. And she said, ooh, I don't like cilantro. And then I said, look at the seeds. You know what the seeds are? She's like, no. And I said, coriander. And I just saw her brain go poof. She's like, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, pretty cool, huh? Have not, and might do it today with the weeds. I'm serious, I have to. Not Brenda. Hello, not Brenda. She's not really getting any bigger. I do see some little balls, little Brussels sprout balls. There we are. So not Brenda has some Brussels sprout balls. That's kind of cool. We'll see how she does this summer. Look at that. How pretty. I love this salvia so much. And I'm so happy that it seeds itself like a weed. It is seeded itself everywhere. So I have a question for y'all. Do any of you know what this flower is? It looks familiar, but I did not plant it. It kind of reminds me of like something that would be called like that Love in a Mist. I've heard the name, but I've never grown it. Or maybe like a scabiosa or something. Maybe a type of, is it a type of cosmos maybe? Let me know if you know what this is, because it's growing over here by the salvia. I saw it the other day, and I just don't know what it is. Junk, and big pile of junk. Brenda. Brenda's sprouts are getting aggressive and excessive, but look, you see, Brenda's babies are gonna have baby sprouts. I'm so excited about it. So we have the main stalk. This was a little Brussels sprout that sprouted into a big sprout. Now it's made a stalk, and now it's gonna make its own babies. That is so cool. Still need to clean out weeds because I need to get things planted so they can start climbing up the trellis. I do have some things I'm thinking about. I need to think about them some more, but some things will get planted. That's all I got to say about that. All right, let's walk around the outside. Okay. So tomatoes are doing pretty good. Berries Crazy Cherry has some flowers. Brad's Atomic Grape has some flowers. Vintage Wine, nothing yet. This one's a little stunted. I think this is Orange Accordion. It's getting a little eat up by something. Weeds. I've got to get these weeds out of here. And then, looks like my peas are done. That plant is like died. I have a couple little pods. I might let those mature so that I have some seeds to reseed in the fall. Oh, we have a tomato. Folks, we have our first tomato. This is Black Crim. It's hard to see. Hold on. Oh, we have 2 tomatoes. Can you see that? There's one. Looks like it's got some damage. And there's another one. So that's good. More flowers. This is the one that I used my toothbrush on the other day. So, not saying that the toothbrush is what made the pollination happen, but it didn't hurt either. So, there we go. Let's see, we have some Dr. Witchies here doing okay. And then this bad boy here is beefsteak. That's doing great. Purple bumblebee. And then I have Super Sweet 100 hybrids. This is blue cream berries. That has flowers. And then Paul Robeson, since that started from seed, that's not gonna have flowers yet. Need to pull lots of weeds. Hi, kitty. There's a cat. That scared me a bit. Grape. That's not my cat either. I don't know whose cat that is. Something's eating my grape. And this happened last year too, to this very grape. That's poop. I think that's frass. Okay, I don't know what's eating it. I do have a loofah that came up. No butterfly pea has come up, but there's a loofah. My Casper pumpkin. I did find a bunch of vine borer eggs on my Casper pumpkin. I was real sad about it. And I'm not finding them on the back of the leaves. When I've checked for eggs before, I was only checking the back of the leaves. All the eggs that I found yesterday were on the stems. So they were on the stems, and usually on the back of the stems. And then I found some at the very base of the plant where it goes into the ground. There were eggs. So just got to stay vigilant, peeps. Got to stay vigilant. Cucumbers are doing better. I do need to cut back some more. This is actual marigolds. Either I'll thin it out, like rip some out, or I will go ahead and just pinch it down lower. So, Fredonia blue grape. I have so many grape clusters. Like I have like maybe 100. Oh, that's a nice big one. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I'm real excited about these grapes. Look at those grape flowers. Have you ever seen grape flowers? I have never seen them until this grape this year. So that's kind of fun. Love that. So many grapes. And I'm thinking, probably need to watch some more videos. I'm thinking that I have to thin out like the actual, once these grapes get a little plumper. Also, I need to thin out like the actual trusses of grapes, but then I need to thin out actual individual grapes. I think I saw that once on Gardener's World. Monty Don was doing his grapes. So anyway, I'll have to look at that. So, oh, somebody let the dogs out. Somebody let the dogs out. Who did that? Was it Daddy? All right, so I think that's all on the outside. This grape is doing all right. I think it's still too young to start making grapes. This was like a tiny, tiny root that I planted last year. So we may have another year before we get any grapes off of this muscadine. Okay, let's go and look at the beds on the inside. Nope. Alright, so when I'm out here fertilizing everything else today, I will hit the lemons. Oh, there's my shadow. They're just looking tired. Figs doing great. This fig for some reason is dying. I don't know if it's getting too much water or if something's wrong, but it's dying and I hate that. This lime, same thing. Look, I don't know. This lime is, something happened with it. I don't know. Anyway, everybody's getting fertilized. Corn's doing great, except I don't have that much. I think and I don't think anything else is going to come up, or it would have already. So I've got a pretty big one there in the middle. Everyone else is a little bit smaller, but some rows are completely missing. Anyway, corn. This sunflower, look how ridiculous. And that's one that fell out of my pocket. I didn't plant that on purpose. That is crazy. So this is probably going to be one of those big Russian mammoths, and that's cool. All my marigolds. Since I have all of these marigolds, I really need to just take almost all these other ones out. My chair, my little sit kneeler thing. And then here, look at my delicata squash. That's getting huge. Anyway, I found a bunch of eggs on this one too. Squash vine borer. Oh, look at all those ants in there. Ants are having a party. That's cool. I think I did get a squash that got pollinated, I think. But I might go ahead and take that little stamen off of there and go ahead and go around inside there. But yeah, doing great. It's another little female there. But yeah, so many eggs were on this one as well. I even found eggs on my Kajari melon. So the squash vine borer will get your Kajari melons too. That sucks. And I did clip there so they can start climbing. Same with the peas. The peas are doing great. The ones that I snipped have new growth and new tendrils. So the peas are doing great. The Caribe de Musane is doing great. Very happy with this right here. I've got a Pattison Panache here that's doing great. All the dill, like this dill's doing wonderful. It's getting big. It is getting smushed by the delicata squash though. May have to do something about that. My Cardinal Basil. I am gonna get out here and put down some contractor's paper and then mulch after I pull out the grass, just to try to hold the weeds back a little bit. And this basil that's here is actually one of the lettuce leaf. Look how fun is that? It's all ripply and crinkly. That's pretty. All right, so look at these yellow roses. And I have had some budworms. I've had to spray with the BT. If you look, there's the poo, there's the frass. They are eating my rosebuds and then pooping on it. It's so rude. It's the rudest to eat my plants and then poop on them. So all these buds yesterday, I sprayed with the BT. So hopefully those caterpillars have a tummy ache today. We'll see. But it's a beautiful flush. I mean, that's so pretty. Same down here with Eternal Flame. And these smell. That one is not scented. This rose is heavily scented, like lemon. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Nice flush. Very good. Bunnytails grass is coming in really nice. We're getting some growth. All the lupins are doing great. All of the straw flowers, actually, especially those over there, I kind of glossed over them a bit. And I'll have to cut these leaves back again. I just cut leaves back. But anyway, these are my vintage white straw flowers here and here and back here. I think, yeah, we might get a flower soon. That little squash. Anyway, we might get a flower soon. And then this pot with the rosemary that died, I think this is the pot I'm going to use for that blood orange. So I'll probably clean that out and put the blood orange in there today, maybe. I'm trying to get a lot done in one day. Anyway, everything else. Oh, we are going to get a flower on this pretty pink rose. This will be the first one. And I do need to spray a little bit for black spot. We'll just put a little bit of fungicide on there. Got some dill down there. The golden edge Duranta is doing great here. The mums are getting huge, very large and mounded. This is a white mum, bridal white maybe, white wedding, one of those white marital terms. I was gonna have a St. Patrick, but no, budworm. So that's just terrible. Anyway, and I did have a couple of blooms on here. Looks like we're gonna get some more. Look at all this frass. Look. Frass is the technical term for bug poo. Oh, hold on, the wind's blowing it. Look at that. That's poop. Ooh, it just got on my phone case. Ew. So the pests are here. The pests have found me. Anyway. Okay. All right. Things are looking good. I mean, you would think we were already into summer. Look at all this gorgeousness. Purple flowers over there, yellow flowers over here. We got squashes, we got giant squashes. So excited. Of course the dogs are outside, so I'll cut this short. Things are looking great. So Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.